In the past few days, one of my viewers opened up to me and shared that recently his family's ornamental plant business had suddenly not been going very well. He had just spent a fairly large amount of money to purchase several new types of plants. Before that, customers were still coming regularly to buy, but strangely, after bringing in more plants, making the shop more diverse, and giving people more choices, suddenly no one seemed interested in buying anymore. After hearing that, I suggested a few ways for him to cleanse bad luck, methods I had learned based on feng shui knowledge to help reduce the negative energy that seemed to be clinging to him. A few months later, he sent me a message saying that business had started to improve, customers were coming in more regularly, profits were gradually increasing, the financial pressure on his family had eased, and they even had some extra money to invest in more new plants. If you are also going through a similar streak of bad luck and are curious about how to resolve it, then today's video will help you discover 7 golden ways to clear away bad luck, open the door to good fortune, and attract prosperity for yourself and your family. But in order to truly correct the situation and actually change your luck, the first step is to recognize where your flow of energy has become misaligned. When you clearly understand where that imbalance lies, the solutions that follow will have a solid foundation and will work in the right direction. Bad luck is not random. In feng shui, a person's fate is shaped by the combined energy of 3 forces known as heaven, earth, and human. What we often call bad luck is not just an abstract idea. It is believed to be the build-up of heavy, low-frequency negative energy. When timing, environment, and human harmony fall out of alignment, that imbalance can create pockets of destructive energy surrounding a person's aura. This process is often compared to a blockage in the body. When life energy can no longer circulate smoothly, everything begins to stagnate. Work becomes difficult, the body feels drained, and relationships become strained because a person's natural energy field is no longer stable. Prosperity, on the other hand, appears when energy flows freely and the balance between yin and yang is restored. In feng shui, restoring that balance involves adjusting the energy of both the living space and the human body using the principles of the 5 elements. The goal is to clear away negative energy, remove energetic blockages, and allow life energy to circulate again so positive forces can return. Once you understand that bad luck often comes from blocked or imbalanced energy, the idea of clearing bad luck becomes much clearer. It simply means reopening that flow and restoring balance. Here are 7 practical methods that can help cleanse negative energy and reopen the path to good fortune. The first method, cleansing energy with sea salt. In traditional feng shui, sea salt is considered a powerful source of yang energy because it forms from ocean water and slowly absorbs the heat of the sun over time. Its crystal structure is believed to absorb and neutralize heavy negative energy. Many practitioners even describe salt as an energetic sponge, capable of pulling harmful energy out of both living spaces and the personal energy field of the homeowner. One common ritual involves holding a small pinch of salt and tossing it over the left shoulder. Symbolically, this represents throwing away heavy energy that has been clinging to the body. The back of the neck and shoulder area is considered particularly sensitive, a place where negative energy tends to accumulate, so the gesture focuses on releasing that weight behind you. Traditionally, men use the left hand and women use the right hand before tossing the salt firmly over the left shoulder. It is important not to throw it over the right shoulder, because in feng shui belief, that direction may not fully release the unwanted energy. The most important part is doing the action with a clear intention, as a symbolic step of leaving misfortune behind and moving forward with a lighter state of mind. Salt can also cleanse a home. Placing bowls of salt in dark corners or areas where energy feels stagnant can passively absorb negative energy. These spots often lack light and airflow, allowing heavy energy to collect and affect both health and mental clarity. The salt crystals slowly draw in those unwanted energies and prevent them from spreading through the house. Some people strengthen this method by combining salt with items like lemons or coins. A well-known example is a jar of salt water with 6 metal coins inside, used in feng shui to neutralize particularly harmful energy influences. The interaction between the metal and the salt is believed to continuously purify the surrounding energy, helping protect prosperity and maintain harmony within the home. The second method, cleaning and simplifying your living space. In feng shui, the home is seen as a living system that stores energetic memories. Cleaning, therefore, becomes more than a chore. It is a way to remove stagnant energy and restore the flow of life energy. There is an old principle that says when energy cannot circulate, wealth cannot accumulate. Negative energy often gathers around broken or neglected objects. Cracked mirrors, chipped dishes, dying plants, or broken electronics symbolically represent decay and loss. In feng shui symbolism, the shape and condition of an object influence the type of energy it emits. Damaged items may create unstable energy fields that disturb harmony within the home and make prosperity harder to maintain. Removing these objects as soon as possible helps break the connection with old, stagnant energy. Once the space is cleared, the home feels lighter and brighter, making it easier for fresh life energy to enter. The cleaning process itself should follow a simple, energetic path. Move from the inside outward and from the top downward. This approach gathers stagnant energy from hidden corners and gradually pushes it toward the main door, which feng shui considers the primary gateway for energy entering and leaving the home. A clean, uncluttered space becomes one of the most powerful feng shui arrangements. It helps keep the mind clear, supports positive energy areas in the home, and creates a strong foundation for long-term prosperity. The third method, increasing natural light. Natural light is considered one of the purest forms of solar energy. It carries strong fire energy from the universe that helps dissolve negative influences. Homes that are closed off and rarely receive sunlight often fall into a state where yin energy dominates and yang energy weakens. When darkness lingers too long, energy inside the home becomes stagnant. The space may begin to feel heavy, uncomfortable, or emotionally draining. Over time, this can affect both financial opportunities and the mental clarity of the people living there. Opening windows to let sunlight enter acts like an energetic awakening for the house. The strong yang energy from sunlight helps burn away lingering negative energy hiding in dark corners. Light and airflow together stimulate the healthy movement of energy throughout the home. In areas where natural light cannot reach, warm lighting can serve as a supportive source of yang energy. These light sources act like energetic connectors that keep the energy flow moving rather than becoming stagnant. A bright and airy living space creates a stable energy field that helps disperse negative influences while attracting positive energy. When yang energy becomes stronger, people often feel more focused, more intuitive, and more capable of recognizing new opportunities. In that sense, managing light inside the home becomes a powerful way to shape the flow of fortune and transform the house into a magnet for prosperity and peace. The fourth method, aromatherapy and space cleansing smoke. In energy balancing practices, burning herbal incense is often considered one of the most powerful ways to shift the energy of a space. The smoke from certain herbs acts almost like a feng shui immune system, penetrating corners and breaking apart stubborn pockets of negative energy. When negative energy lingers for too long, it can form what practitioners describe as cold energy currents that slow down thinking and create obstacles in business or daily life. Among many cleansing herbs, agarwood is especially valued because it is believed to accumulate spiritual energy from nature over decades. Its warm and slightly spicy fragrance supports the fire energy of the home, helping warm the environment and restore circulation within the energy field. When performing a cleansing ritual with incense, the homeowner typically moves from the highest floor down to the lowest and from the deepest corner of the house toward the front door. This ensures that the smoke reaches every area, using heat and fragrance to sweep away stagnant energy while forming a strong protective layer of positive energy. In cases where families experience persistent bad luck or repeated difficulties, some traditional practices recommend burning Chinese herbal mixtures along with Chinese honey locust pods over hot charcoal. The smoke is believed to carry a strong cleansing effect. Sometimes coarse salt is sprinkled onto the burning charcoal, creating small sparks that symbolize the destruction of negative energy. One important rule during these rituals is to keep windows and doors open. This allows negative energy to leave while making room for fresh life energy to enter. At the same time, cleansing the body is also important. Bathing with water infused with pomelo leaves, lemongrass, and basil is traditionally believed to help restore the human aura. The human body is thought of as an energetic receiver and transmitter. During periods of bad luck, the surrounding aura may become clouded by negative energy. Bathing in warm herbal water helps open the body's energy points and release accumulated negativity. Natural essential oils, such as sandalwood or jasmine, can further stabilize the body's energy frequency, helping restore balance and prepare the mind and body to attract positive opportunities and prosperity. The fifth method, the ritual of burning away bad luck. In traditional beliefs across several Eastern cultures, every person is said to have both a soul and spiritual energies, often described as vital spirits. Men are traditionally believed to have 7, while women have 9. Some people are thought to carry good energy that brings luck, while others may carry heavier energy that can unintentionally bring misfortune to those around them. The ritual of burning away bad luck uses fire, a symbol of purification and power, to remove negative energy that may be lingering around a person or a place. The goal is to clear away that heaviness, so both the environment and the mind feel lighter and more open again. People often perform this ritual in several situations. One common time is when business suddenly slows down. For example, if a shop opens for the day but no customers arrive, or the first visitor brings an unpleasant experience, many shop owners perform a quick cleansing ritual to reset the energy. It is also sometimes done after attending a funeral or visiting someone who is seriously ill, as a way to avoid bringing home lingering negative energy. In some traditions, it may also be done when a child cries continuously for no clear reason, or when someone experiences repeated bad luck, accidents, or unexpected problems. Depending on the situation, there are several ways to perform the ritual, ranging from simple to more elaborate. The first and most common method, especially among shop owners, is burning paper. A sheet of paper, often old newspaper or notebook paper, is lit on fire and gently waved near the entrance or around the body. While doing this, the person steps back and forth across the smoke. Traditionally, men step across 7 times and women 9 times, while saying a phrase such as, "Good energy stay, bad energy go," or something similar meant to drive away misfortune. The second method involves salt and rice. Salt is believed to strongly absorb negative energy. A small handful of salt, mixed with rice, is scattered in front of the door or around hidden corners of the home. Afterward, everything is swept up and discarded far from the house. The third method uses incense or herbs. This is considered a gentler and more refined way to cleanse a space. Fragrant incense or aromatic wood is burned and carried through each room, especially in dark or damp corners, allowing the smoke to spread and restore balance to the surrounding energy. The sixth method, adjusting your appearance. In traditional physiognomy, a person's appearance is believed to reflect their inner energy field. Changes to the body during certain energetic turning points are thought to influence personal fortune. Because of this, adjusting one's appearance can symbolically help release lingering negative energy. One common practice is cutting hair to release bad luck. Hair is traditionally viewed as an extension of one's vitality and personal energy. During difficult periods, it is believed that heavy negative energy can accumulate, affecting both mood and appearance. Cutting hair on an auspicious day symbolically removes that stagnation and allows fresh life energy to enter, opening the way for improved opportunities and prosperity. However, certain traditional beliefs advise avoiding haircuts at the very beginning of the month or during the full moon, times when energy is thought to be shifting strongly. Cutting hair at those moments is believed to scatter personal energy rather than stabilize it. Along with hair, clothing colors are also believed to influence personal energy through the 5 elements. Each color carries a different energetic frequency connected to metal, water, wood, fire, or earth. Wearing colors that align with a person's elemental energy is believed to create a protective field that balances environmental influences. During periods of bad luck, red is often recommended because it represents the fire element, which symbolically burns away negative energy. People associated with the metal element are often encouraged to wear white or earthy yellow tones to strengthen stability. Those aligned with the wood element may benefit from green or black, representing growth and vitality. Water-aligned individuals are often associated with black or white to encourage the flow of opportunity. Those connected with the fire element may wear red or green to stimulate motivation and action, while individuals linked to the earth element often choose yellow, brown, or warm orange tones to maintain balance and stability. Aligning clothing with personal energy is believed to help the body resonate with the natural forces of the universe, gradually transforming misfortune into opportunity. The 7th method, cultivating the mind and practicing meditation. Within the philosophy of heaven, earth, and human harmony, favorable timing and supportive environments create the foundation, but the energy of the human mind ultimately plays the most decisive role. Ancient teachings often say that virtue can soften destiny. In other words, a person's character and compassion can reduce the impact of difficult periods in life. If the mind remains filled with anger, greed, or resentment, external remedies alone rarely bring lasting change. For that reason, cultivating inner balance is considered the deepest step in transforming one's fortune. One traditional practice is the compassionate release of animals, performed carefully and respectfully. In traditional energy philosophy, saving a living creature is believed to increase life energy around the person performing the act. When done sincerely during auspicious times, it is thought to strengthen the positive energy surrounding the individual. However, this practice should never be done as a formality or arranged in advance in ways that harm animals or release them into polluted environments. When performed incorrectly, it may lose its intended meaning and fail to create positive effects. Acts of generosity also help transform personal energy. When someone willingly shares their time, effort, or resources with others from a sincere place, the energy around them gradually becomes lighter and brighter. According to the philosophy of cause and effect, sincere generosity often brings positive responses from the world, easing difficult periods and opening new opportunities. Meditation also plays an important role in stabilizing inner energy. When a person sits quietly, focusing on the breath and calming the mind, the body's internal energy gradually becomes balanced. With a calmer mind, people are less easily overwhelmed by worry or fear when facing challenges. When the mind is calm, clarity naturally follows. And with clarity, decisions become more confident and steady. That inner stability allows a person to recognize new paths forward, even in situations that once seemed impossible. Fate can be understood as a flow of energy that constantly shifts and evolves based on how we live each day. Cleansing or adjusting the spaces around us is simply a way of bringing ourselves back into harmony with the natural rhythm of the world. And in many ways, the strongest form of feng shui comes from inner peace. When the mind is steady, energy flows smoothly. When the heart is clear, the path ahead becomes easier to see. The methods for clearing bad luck that I shared today are meant only as supportive tools. Lasting prosperity usually begins with awareness, balance, and a kind intention within yourself. When you can hold on to those qualities, you already have a strong foundation to continue your journey with confidence and peace. If you have any other questions about feng shui or any related topics, feel free to leave them in the comments section below. We can explore and answer them together in future videos. Thank you for watching, and I will see you again next time.